Hello everyone, for this video I would like to share the best solo loadout for this specific mission called Evacuate High Value Assets. So let's start with the EMS Mortar Sentry. This is a static field generator that slows the advance of the enemies, which means good for crowd controlling. And next we have the Mortar Sentry, a very effective long-range weapon that can destroy majority of the enemies. And by combining this with the EMS Mortar Sentry, it forms a deadly combination. Next we have the Autocannon Sentry, a long-range anti-tank weapon, good for finishing off the large target that is already damaged. It can also destroy the cannon that is mounted on top of the factory strider. Then we have the Quasar Cannon. Even though this weapon has a long cooldown period after firing, it is very effective destroying the dropships to block the entrance, as well destroying the hulks and the tanks to stop the bots from advancing. For my booster, I have selected the Vitality Enhancement, which allows me to resist injury, and this is very useful for solo divers. For my primary weapon, I'm using the Scorcher, and this is a bot killer. And for me, there is no better weapon than this for the Automatons. For my secondary weapon, I'm using the Senator. This is a very powerful sidearm weapon, have high damage and also medium armor penetration. For my grenade, I'm using the Special Grenade Incendiary Impact, a very good at destroying all the small bots quickly to reduce their numbers, but also it is good inflicting damage to medium bots, which can be very helpful. For my armor, I'm using the Devastator because it has the Fortified Armor passive that gives me 50% resistance to explosive damage, and very useful for the mission like this because you will take a lot of damage from explosives in this mission. These also have the 30% reduced recoil when crouching or prone, a good bonus, but not really that important with the setup. For the strategy, you should place the EMS Mortar Sentry and the Mortar Sentry closest to this wall over here. And why exactly on that location? Because your sentries will be protected from the bullets that comes from left and right side. The only drawback is that if a strider has been called out like this, it can easily destroy the sentries. For the next EMS and the Mortar Sentry placement, you can throw the stratagem exactly on this wall over here, and this will get protection from the cannons, so you will have a lot of time to take down the enemies. For the Autocannon Sentry, place it on this ramp so that you have a good views of the enemies so that you can easily destroy. As you can see there, it destroyed the cannon on top of the strider. It is really important that you kill the smaller enemies as soon as possible so you don't get surrounded. And good thing I equipped the Devastator. As you can see in this video, I got hit by the Mortar Sentry. If I didn't have it, it is already game over. Especially in this mission, there's a lot of explosion, so by having this as your armor, you will survive longer. It is now all about survival, so make sure to destroy all the advancing enemy as soon as possible. Even though the Quasar Cannon has a very long cooldown these days, it is still a very powerful weapon. It can destroy the Factory Strider, the Hulks, the tanks, the dropships. Especially the dropship is really important to destroy as soon as possible in this mission, because it will create some sort of blockage that stop the bots from advancing. You will notice in this video that the Factory Strider is having a hard time to reach this destination or this location, because it's being hit by the EMS mortar, by the normal mortar sentry, and also it's stopping the tanks from advancing. And here I try as much as possible to destroy the mounted gun on the head, or like on the jaw. And now you will notice that all the focus of the enemy is to destroy the sentries. And here I have a very good position and also openings to actually take my time to destroy them as soon as possible. For the third location, I will place the EMS sentry over here. And I will place the mortar sentry on this wall. And for the autocannon sentry, I will place it in this location. And also take note that I'm not using any stun grenade. As you can see here, I'm throwing the grenade on a group of bots here, and they are easily dying. And they're taking a lot of damage by that special grenade. The autocannon is well positioned, and as you can see here, it can easily reach all the targets from tanks to smaller bots and kill them easily. Another thing to think about is always to call out the resupply, so that every time you're like out of ammo, then you have that already at your side for grab. So the position of the sentries and the autocannon is actually attracting some aggro. So as you can see, all the bullets is actually flying on that direction where the sentries are positioned. And now I'm going to go back there because I want to draw the aggro in the same location, so that when I go back to the left side, I will have an open spot to do some easy kills. So here I'm using the Quasar, and you can see the tanks face my direction, and now I'm running back to go back to the other location in an open location there, and here I can take the time to shoot down the enemies. Also see here that the Scorcher is doing a fantastic job taking care of the damage tank, and also killing easily the remaining small bots with the explosion. And then once again, I'm going to run back to the same location, because here we need to add a new resupply. And also here I will also once again drag some aggro so that everyone is facing this direction. Same strategy here. I am going to place the mortar, the EMS mortar sentry in the same location, and here I kinda screwed it up a little bit. It went a little bit to the right side, and then now I'm going to activate the autocannon sentry, but this time I will throw it on that left position, and the mortar sentry, I'm going to then place it behind this wall here, right in front of me. And as you can see, it got a little bit too crowded because I was a little bit slow there. But as mentioned earlier, thankfully to the Devastator armor, I was able to survive all those explosions. As you can see here now, it's all about survival. So I'm trying to clear out as much enemies as possible. And then of course, the tank position, it is quite good. I was able to destroy it right in front of the entrance, and that's how it's supposed to be. But it's not entirely blocking the entrance, so... But still, that's a good position. And you can also see here that I have already prepared a resupply, so I'm ready to grab it, so that I can now have more steams and equip more grenades. So as you can see here, I'm just running around checking out if there is more enemies. I spotted a tank, used my quasar and killed it on that position. It did somehow block the way. And you also can see here that the bot is actually going for the sentries instead going for me. But here, one bot like managed to sneak in and try to kill me. And for now, I managed to hold the line, so I don't have that much enemy at the moment, and we are already at 5 out of 8 for the rocket launch. So we are in good time. And here I need to double check what's the timer of the stratagem so that I can plan on my next move where to place it. And you will see it soon where I'm going to place the next sentries. So here I noticed that the tanks is close to the entrance, to the second entrance. And I was checking the mortar center at the same time. So here my plan is to shoot it down with a quasar, but I failed. So here, the next placement for the EMS mortar center is behind this wall here, and then here I proceeded to continue destroying the tank, and that position is very good because it really did block the way this time. And now I'm going to place the autocannon sentry on this location so that it can easily destroy the remaining bots. In this position, I'm going to place the mortar sentry. So here's another tank that managed to pass by somehow, but I killed it with a quasar. So now both the sentries are positioned behind that wall, so they will get a good protection from the bullets, and that actually now will be to my advantage, of course, because now the EMS sentry is doing a great job crowd controlling the enemies, and then I'm just throwing some grenades, shooting them with Scorcher, trying to reduce their numbers. And the mortar sentry is doing a fantastic job, also destroying them from long range. In this position, I'm just continuously spamming the Scorcher to hold the aggro, because I know that the autocannon is quite open, and if they are focusing the damage on that direction, I will lose it too early. So as much as possible, I want them to hit me while I'm hiding in this wall here. And you can see here that the EMS really controlling the crowd. The Scorcher is doing a great job dealing with the bots. Plan is to shoot the tank, but it shot me first. It was a direct hit, but I survived that. And then I used my Scorcher to finish it off. And there you go. Got destroyed. And then I saw another tank and I was going to shoot it with a Quasar, but it did survive. And I wasn't able to destroy it. And here I got surprised by the Hulk that it managed to sneak in. So he was trying to kill me first and then he decided to go for the objective, but it was already too late. But I continued anyway to destroy him. And then I used my grenade here, tried to clear more bots, and then I accidentally throw the grenade on this wall and I almost killed myself. That was really stupid. But anyway, Deathless, and yeah, mission complete. I managed to extract. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope this loadout and this strategy helps you succeed in your mission. If you like this kind of video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. If you have any comments or feedbacks, leave it on the comment section. And see you guys in the next video.